Yeah, hi everyone, Mr. Markwick here. In today's video I'm going to talk about two things. First, I'm going to start off by looking at what an outlier is. We have spent some time already looking at what mean, median, and mode is. So basically when you're looking at a set of data, an outlier is something or a score that is much larger or smaller than the rest of the data. So if I look at this data I've got here, you can see the numbers there. So I've got 2, 4, 3, 7, 31, 6, and 2. So one of those numbers is a little bit strange, so it kind of doesn't belong there, and it's pretty obvious to work out here what the outlier is. It's the 31. Okay, it's much larger than the rest of the values there. Now there is actually a formula for working out outliers. We're not going to do that, and in year 9 we don't do that. Work with a formula to work out an outlier. We're just going to look at a set of data and basically say, is there an outlier, yes or no, by just investigating visually. Is there a number there that's way bigger or way smaller than the rest of the data values? Okay, so that's what an outlier is, a number that's, or a score that's much larger or much smaller than the rest of the data. Okay, simple as that for that one for us this year anyway. Now, the second example I want to look at is finding a data value, finding a data value for a required mean. Now, what does that mean? Now, the example I've taken here straight from the textbook is from page 536 for those of you in my class. Now, the example goes like this. The hours a shop assistant spends cleaning the store in 8 consecutive weeks are 8, 3, 12, 10, 10, 8, 5, and 10. Now, they're all pretty close. There's no outlier there. The first thing is to work out the mean number of hours she works per week. So what we're going to do to work out the mean, guys, that's right, we're going to add all these numbers together. So 8 plus 9 plus 12, plus 10, plus 10, plus 8, plus 5, plus 10. And we divide by the number of data there is. Now, I did say for 8 weeks, I just want to make sure there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bits of data. Good. So add all those up on your calculator and divide by 8. I know that there are, so all those numbers added together equals 72 hours. I've already done this one. Divided by 8 gives me an average of 9. So on average, she works 9 hours per week. Okay, now that's an easy one. We've already looked at calculating the average or the mean. What I want to do now is actually work out, based on the average of 9, looking at question B, determine the score. So question B, determine the score that needs to be added to this data to make the mean equal to 10, or make the average equal to 10. So how are we going to, what number are we going to add to make that average equal to 10? All right, let's set it up here. So we've got question B, and I'm going to move over here a little bit. Hopefully I've got enough space. Now we want the average equal to 10. So rather than the average of 9, we want the average to equal 10. So in fact, let's do a different color there. Let's do blue. So we want our average equal to 10. All right, now we know that at the moment she's worked 72 hours, and she has worked last 8 weeks, 8 consecutive weeks. But we're going to add one more score. So we're going to make it 9 weeks. So we're going to do 8 plus 1. And we're going to add, let's say, X hours. We don't know how many hours yet. That's what we want to work out. So what score do we need to add to 72 to make that average equal to 10? Okay, so let's go ahead and just work with the left-hand side of our equation first. So 72 plus a number, an unknown value, is equal, divided by 9 is equal to 10. Now we've done a bit of algebra already, guys. We should be able to solve this from here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of that 9, okay, over here. And because we're dividing by 9, what I'm going to do is I'm going to times by 9. If I multiply by 9 on this side, then that's right, I need to multiply by 9 on that side as well. So I'm then left with, they cancel out, 72 plus X equals 10 times 9, which is 90. So it tells me now that 72 plus a number is equal to 90. What is that number? Well, let's solve that algebraically. Let's take away 72 from the left-hand side. If we do that, take away 72 from the right-hand side, that's cancelled out. I'm then left with X equals 90 take 72, which is 18. So the score we need to add to these sets of scores, I'll zoom out a bit, the score I need to add to these sets of scores to make the average 10 is 18. Okay, so you're going to be doing some questions like that. Again, guys, for those of you in my class, I'll put those questions up on Daymap. If you're working from home and you're not understanding, please send me a Daymap message. And if you are at school, obviously feel free to come up and ask me. Guys, there's also a task I've set for you on math space as well, so get up and have a look on that. If you do finish the question set on Daymap, so there's plenty you can be doing. All right, thanks guys and good luck.